Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll come. So you all set up?
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Please welcome the Blossom Singers.
Hold it closer.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. We're excited that you're joining us for the press conference today. Please welcome to the stage our Blossom Singers.
It's blossom time. Come on, feel the wonder. It's springtime. It's blossom time. Come enjoy the beauty. It's springtime. You can see the reason, the joy of the season. Come and view the blossoms in full bloom. It's a celebration, a wonderful sensation. Come and join the party. In the nation's capital, it's blossom time.
Our great tradition, when the district comes alive again.
The blossoms, the friendships, with fun. The time has come once more for us to shine.
Bloom and soar with wonder, the beauty, the National Cherry Blossom Festival. Hooray!
It's springtime, it's blossom time to celebrate.
It's springtime, it's blossom time. Whoa, it's blossom time. Come on, feel the wonder. It's springtime. It's blossom time. Come enjoy the beauty. It's springtime. You can see the reason, the joy of the season. Come and view the blossoms in full bloom. It's a celebration, a wonderful sensation. Come and join the party in the nation's capital. It's blossom time.
It's family time.
Oh, it's party time.
It's blossom time.
It's the National Cherry Blossom Festival. Hooray!
Good morning. Welcome. Welcome all. How can somebody follow such a great act? That was great. Congratulations. We should, right? My name is David Martins. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing of the Waldorf Astoria, Washington, D.C. Because I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing, I do speak a lot. So they allotted me 1 minute to speak and already run 30 seconds. I just want to welcome you all, and first of all, just say, what an honor to be part of the National Cherry Blossom Festival. Great organization. As you notice when you walk through our lobby, how we are so invested in making sure that we are true partners to this great season. It's a season of happiness, of love, and I just wanted to say to all of you, welcome to our home, and I hope you enjoy your stay here with us, and what a great season we're going to have. And that's all. 1 minute. Done. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Let's give our National Cherry Blossom Festival singers one big hand. It's just really cool to have your own song. Good morning. I'm Diana Mayhew, President of the National Cherry Blossom Festival. And David, thank you so much for having us here today, and the Waldorf Astoria for hosting this kickoff. What better way to kick off spring here in this than this beautiful destination here? And they have amazing hospitality, as we've all enjoyed already this morning. So one thing David did not mention is Hilton is the premier hotel provider for the National Cherry Blossom Festival. So we do thank them for their support and being part of bringing hundreds of thousands of people to the city. Welcome to all of our guests today and all of our speakers, Deputy Mayor Albert, City Council Member Pinto, Minister Miyake, Superintendent Reinbold, and NCBF Chair David Moran. Thank you for participating in today's event. We'd also like to welcome our leadership sponsor representatives today. So Angie Gates and team from Events DC, every way, stand up. Patrick Philippi from Amazon, Senior Manager Community Engagement. And Mr. Toshio Nomura, ANA Executive Vice President. These Leadership Circle sponsors are such an important part of the Blossom team year-round. This year's National Cherry Blossom Festival will once again start the first day of spring on March 20th and continue to April 14th. The festival provides so many beloved traditions and new opportunities to create memorable moments and memories with family and friends. The enthusiasm around this year's festival is at an all-time high. We have received record-breaking registration from volunteers. Our hospitality partners are reporting a bright outlook and early bookings. And although the viewing for the parade is free on Constitution Avenue, we do have grandstand seats available, and those are surpassing ticket sales from previous years. The opening ceremony is already reserved to capacity. The momentum and anticipation will continue as we hear the peak bloom prediction in the program yet to come. It is now my great pleasure to introduce to you David Moran, Area Director of Operations for Clyde Restaurant Group for his day job, and Chair of the National Cherry Blossom Festival for probably the other 6 days a week. So thank you very much, David.
Thank you, Diana. I will not be singing this morning. Every year, the National Cherry Blossom Festival creates new experiences born out of our favorite cherry blossom experiences that excite and delight us all from every age and interest. I want to take a moment to thank those who have made the festival possible. From our hardworking staff and my fellow board members, all of our partners, sponsors, supporters, more than 30 participating organizations, and the 1,000+ volunteers who will help execute the 2024 festival. Thank you especially to our friends at the National Park Service, Government of the District of Columbia, the Embassy of Japan, Leadership Circle sponsors and festival host sponsors, Chase, Downtown DC Business Improvement District, Mars, Union Station, and Hilton, our premier hotel provider and our gracious hosts today. Each year, the festival welcomes spring and showcases Washington, D.C. as the springtime destination. As Diana mentioned, my day job is with Clyde's Restaurant Group. I had the pleasure of being the general manager of the Old Ebbitt Grill for most of the 90s and the early 2000s, and literally watched the festival impact my own restaurant, our hospitality industry, and the city. And as a matter of fact, it was just yesterday I was at the restaurant, and Mayor Bowser was in the restaurant, and every time she's in, she often starts with the, "How's it going?" And I said, "It's going great. We had a great year last year, and we're looking forward." But I made a point of telling her that, and this is going to be a little bit of bragging, that last year the Old Ebbitt Grill was the 3rd busiest restaurant in the United States. And, it opened in 1856, so we have some history there. The 4 weeks of the festival last year were the 4 busiest weeks in the history of the Old Ebbitt Grill. So, again, I'm proud of it, but I've always thought that restaurant is sort of a bellwether of what's going on in our city. So with that, I said to the mayor, let's spring together, because we could really, our whole team and truthfully, the whole city looks forward to what's about to embark on us. So with that, I'd like to bring Diana back to the stage and tell us what else is going to be happening for this year's festival. Thank you.
Yes, let's spring together. That means really uniting the city in so many ways and the region with our businesses and our community. We invite residents and visitors to be part of this year's springtime celebration from their own front door with our Pedal Porches program to downtown DC and to the Tidal Basin and throughout the region. This year's festival brings new experiences through art, music, and cultural offerings featuring exciting world-class performances, activities, events, and programs that connect residents and visitors of all ages through to the National Cherry Blossom Festival and through the region and to all 8 wards of the city. Returning festival favorites, just to name a few. I mean, I could be here all day long with all of our fun things that are happening, but I'll just touch on a few. Includes a pink tie party, which this year for the very first time will be held at Union Station, and it'll be on March 15th, so it's really just around the corner. I hope you all have your pink attire ready for that. The event is presented by Union Station and Design Cuisine. Tickets are going pretty fast, but you still can get them on the festival's website, nationalcherryblossomfestival.org, for more information as well. This event supports the mission of the festival to keep events free and open to the public, and so that's one of the important fundraisers. Again, most of the rest of the events for the whole year are free. As I mentioned earlier, the opening ceremony at the Warner Theater, co-presented with the Japan Foundation, is fully reserved, but you can watch it, the live stream, on the festival's YouTube channel, and that is definitely a show you do not want to miss. The Blossom Kite Festival, presented by Amazon, returns once again to the grounds of the Washington Monument. Petapalooza, presented by Chase, will feature a day of engaging music, art, and play at the Capitol Riverfront, and ends with a spectacular fireworks display. On the festival finale weekend, Events DC will present the National Cherry Blossom Festival Parade, and we're thrilled to announce once again Minnie and Mickey are joining us on Constitution Avenue, along with Sugar Hill Gang, diva Martha Wash, American Idol finalist Kellen Stowe, and many other award-winning performances and springtime pageantry. Parade media partner 7 News will air the parade locally on April 20th, and then the show will be nationally syndicated throughout the country until June 30th. New this year will feature a live art projection on the Smithsonian American Art Museum, presented by Park West Gallery from March 20th to March 23rd. It's from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock each night for an hour show. We're also grateful for Mars Pet Care for bringing back the pet comfort stations to make it easier to include that furry member of your family, just to have even more comfort along the way. And so, just as a little glimpse, we're going to show you a quick little video to just give you a taste of what's coming. You just feel that fun and excitement, and they'll be hitting the city very soon. In addition to the National Cherry Blossom Festival's signature events and programs, we're proud to partner with more than 30 organizations, a lot of you are in this room today, to bring this new and exciting program to the festival. So again, please make sure that you're checking the website, signing up to get updates for all kinds of information, because you don't want to miss it, even though we aren't able to announce everybody today. But some of the other special events include the National Landing Art of Pink as part of Pink in the Park series, Downtown DC Business Improvement District's Jazz and Blossoms, and of course the Japan American Society's Sakura Matsuri Japanese Street Festival, which again will be a 2-day event on the finale weekend. With so many incredible events to choose from and places to go throughout the region, it's a good time to remind you to take Metro. We sincerely appreciate what Metro does to make it easy to get to the festival events. Metro is also offering, once again, a beautiful commemorative Cherry Blossom Smart Trip card that will feature this year's artwork, so add to your collection. And if you need to drive, the festival, we also have a partnership with Spot Hero, so you can reserve that spot in advance. And again, for more information about all of the festival events, keep your eye out for the official guide, which will be inserted in the Washington Post on March 14th, and to visit nationalcherryblossomfestival.org often. And again, we are so excited to have this excitement bringing to Washington, D.C. And Government of District of Columbia is a critical partner for the National Cherry Blossom Festival. At this time, it's my great pleasure to introduce to you a great friend and exciting leader for the District of Columbia, Deputy Mayor of Planning and Economic Development, Nina Albert.
Well, good morning, everybody. Love that. On behalf of Mayor Muriel Bowser, I want to thank Diana, who I've known now for more than 15 years. No, I think that's about right. As well as the entire National Cherry Blossom Festival team. I also want to give a special thanks to the Embassy of Japan, the National Park Service, and then many of the sponsors that are here in the room today. But I just want to say a special thank you to Events DC, Amazon, and ANA for your partnership in making possible this most beloved DC tradition and celebration. Today we are here at a stunning facility, a historic building, the Waldorf Astoria, one of DC's premier hotels located in downtown, to kick off the festival. This festival is DC's unofficial entrance into spring. As the buds begin to bloom, residents and visitors begin to emerge from their winter state. Children and adults alike anticipate when they will experience the sudden burst of color of the cherry blossoms and the trees in their neighborhood. And all will begin to explore what DC has to offer. We know that the Cherry Blossom Festival is a huge economic driver for our city. Annually, it brings more than 1.5 million visitors to DC. We're proud to be the global capital, and events like the Cherry Blossom Festival are among the experiences that make DC a world-class tourist destination. Of course, the National Cherry Blossom Festival isn't just a celebration of beautiful trees. It is a month-long cultural celebration that highlights the bond between American and Japanese cultures since that first donation of cherry trees more than 100 years ago. For many people, the National Cherry Blossom Festival is a journey. They may begin their day at the Tidal Basin, taking in the beauty of the cherry trees, and then going to some of the official events that Diana just shared. Then they may venture nearby to the wharf or downtown to have a drink at one of our local restaurants or eat and take part of the cherry blossom specials that they offer. And ultimately, we hope visitors will explore our local neighborhoods and take advantage of the fun and family-friendly activities. You can either fly a kite on the mall, or you can go to Oxen Run Picnic and fly a kite there. In many ways, the Cherry Blossom Festival kicks off festival season for the District of Columbia that take place throughout the spring and the summer. In April, I'll just share a few things to whet your appetite. DC hosts our annual DC Emancipation Day parade that celebrates local DC pride and highlights the importance of our continued fight for DC statehood. In May, we have Passport DC, which is a fan favorite, an only in DC experience where foreign embassies from across the world open their doors and host tours and cultural activities. In June, we have Capitol Pride Festival and Concert celebrating the LGBT community. And of course, in July, could we not talk about what's happening in DC without talking about the 4th of July celebration? So we're proud to house these premier events, and the National Cherry Blossom Festival is what gets our season started. So there is only one DC, and we're proud that there is only one National Cherry Blossom Festival. With that, I'd like to turn it over to our Ward 2 Council member, Brooke Pinto.
Good morning, everybody. This event puts me in the best mood, as I can see is shared by the crowd here. We are so excited in Ward 2 and in DC to welcome the National Cherry Blossom Festival again. And I just want to thank everybody who is a part of this effort, especially Diana Mayhew, who really has led us over the last several years with a very new way to present the Cherry Blossom Festival, and we now have such enthusiasm. I think this is going to be the strongest, best year ever before that we have people coming to our city, residents of our city, exploring the festival in new and unique ways. And I think it is very evident how hospitality is exuding through everything that the festival does. And the most important thing of hospitality to me is not only welcoming people by literally opening our doors in our city, but making people feel at home here. And that is so true throughout the entire festival, celebrating our friendship with Japan, celebrating who we are as a city and how we can make so many people feel welcome here. And I am so thrilled that this year is going to be the best year yet. I'm thrilled when we can all celebrate some goodness, celebrate the friendship and the hospitality that is so true of our city. And thank you to all of the sponsors and those who are so involved in making this such a successful event and something that we can all be proud of. This is one of those rare instances where everybody from the local, the federal government, visitors, people from around the world, we could all be on the same page that this is a great thing and this is going to be fantastic for our city. So welcome, and I'm thrilled to be with you all today.
Thank you, Brooke, and thanks for always rocking the pink all year round. As we celebrate the heritage and the roots of the festival, we really appreciate the partnership that we have with the Embassy of Japan. The team that's here today works with us, literally, you've heard this before, year-round to plan all of the festival events, making sure we bring in that culture and the world-class performances that we do have from Japan. At this time, it's my great pleasure. I think it's the first experience, maybe for the Cherry Blossom Festival, I'm not sure, here in Washington, D.C., Minister Fumio Miyake, who is the Minister of Public Affairs for the Embassy of Japan.
Well, thank you very much for a warm and kind introduction, Diana. And good morning, everyone. My name is Fumio Miyake, and I'm the spokesperson of the Embassy of Japan. And thank you very much for having me today. I'm here on behalf of Ambassador Yamada, who sends his regards. Ambassador is looking forward to participating in the NCBF opening ceremony next month. And actually, he is counting the days. And going back to 1912, the mayor of Tokyo City, Mr. Yukio Ozaki, sent 3,000 cherry blossom trees to Washington, D.C. as a symbol of friendship. Since then, the cherry blossom trees have been treasured and beloved here in DC and have become an integral part of the landscape and culture. And today, the festival has become deeply rooted in this city and has reached incredible heights. But we know nothing grows out of thin air. In this regard, on behalf of the government of Japan and the Japanese people, I would like to express our deepest appreciation to the festival's organizing staff and leadership, a host of volunteers, the local DC government, the National Park Service, all of the US and Japanese sponsors, and of course the local community, as well as spectators from far and wide. It is exactly the combined synergy of all the groups and people involved that has nurtured the festival and allowed it bloom so beautifully. Thank you very much. And in April, Prime Minister Kishida Fumio and First Lady Kishida Yuko will pay an official visit to DC. We strongly hope that the visit will add yet another legacy to the 2024 National Cherry Blossom Festival season and further strengthen a relationship and friendship between Japan and the United States. And before moving on, taking advantage of this opportunity, I want to briefly mention another gift today. In return for the gift of the cherry blossom trees, Washington, D.C. sent dogwood trees to Tokyo. Since then, dogwood trees have become quite popular in Japan, and you can see them along the street and in many parks and schools, actually anywhere in Japan. Their popularity is related to the fact that the cherry blossom trees and dogwood trees both have similar pink, cute flowers and bloom back to back. However, what fascinates me is the hidden message from American friends. In Japan, like other countries, some flowers have their languages which represents their symbolic meaning. We call it the language of the flower, and that of the dogwood tree is a love undiminished in adversity. A love undiminished in adversity. Such a, very beautiful and passionate message from American friends. But moreover, the Japanese name for the dogwood tree is Hanamizuki. But here, Hanami means seeing and enjoying cherry blossoms, and Zuki means love. So Hanamizuki, the dogwood tree's Japanese name, means people who love seeing and enjoying cherry blossoms. What a perfect description of the Japanese people, and what a clever message with a witty humor from American friends. I love and appreciate it very much. When I realized this, although it might only be my personal interpretation, but I become even a bigger fan of American and American people. Friendship cannot be nurtured or grown in one way. In this regard, I really want to thank all of you and American people for the round-trip friendship. Thank you very much. And last but not least, I would like to make one announcement. Don't worry, it's not a highly anticipated peak dates. The Japan Information and Culture Center of the Embassy of Japan, or JICC, is celebrating this year's festival with a unique exhibit called Color Me Pink, in partnership with NCBF from March 22nd to April 19th. We'll be introducing official artworks from the past festivals at our exhibition space for free. And the year 2024, this year, is designated as the US-Japan Tourism Year. And it is my strong hope that as many Japanese people as possible come to DC and enjoy the beautiful cherry blossoms. And at the same time, I hope that as many American friends as possible visit and experience Japan as well. Now, I'd like to pass the microphone to our friends from the National Park Service, maybe, for the highly anticipated peak bloom dates. So thank you very much again. Thank you.
It's that time. Maybe not just yet. So thank you. It's my pleasure to be here on behalf of the National Park Service. I'm Jeff Reinbold, the superintendent of the National Mall and Memorial Parks. The National Park Service is proud to be a partner with the National Cherry Blossom Festival in welcoming visitors from around the world who come here to our nation's capital to witness the incredible beauty of the blooming cherry blossoms. Staff on the National Mall takes great pride in the work we do to care for the stars of the festival, the 3,700 cherry trees, which are both natural and cultural treasures, not only of our city, but of our nation. And they're rooted in history and tradition. Our staff includes professional naturalists and urban foresters whose technical prowess and professionalism are among the most important factors in the long-term survival of the flowering cherry trees. They are some of the best at what they do, and a handful of them are here with us today, so I encourage you to say hello to them and thank them for the work they do. But of course, the National Park Service can't care for the trees on our own. We look to the hundreds of thousands of visitors who come to the Tidal Basin every year to be good stewards of the trees and help us preserve them for future festivals and future generations. And we encourage everyone who visits to take the pledge to help us care for the trees and to proudly wear one of our cherry blossom protector buttons. Again, this year, the annual Cherry Blossom Festival is jam-packed with events like Diana said. Tidal Basin Welcome Area on West Basin Drive by the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial will operate from March 23rd to April 7th with everything you need for a fun-filled visit, including the A&A performance stage, information tents, food and souvenir sales. So lots of opportunities to get your merch. The always popular Junior Ranger Activity Zone offers the chance to learn about cherry blossoms through arts and crafts, and for the little ones at heart, to earn a Cherry Blossom Festival Junior Ranger badge. And new this year, the festival is going to the dogs as we debut the Cherry Blossom Bark Ranger badge for our four-legged friends who come out to the Pups and Petals walking tour. So for more history on the cherry blossoms and the full schedule of National Park Service events, please go to nps.gov/cherry. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Determining the dates for peak bloom is one of the great puzzles in the nation's capital. Every year, we take different pieces of data, such as long-term forecasts, historical records, and the appearance of the trees, and attempt to place them together in a way that will reveal a picture of when peak bloom will occur. Emerging from the warmest January on record, this has been a particularly puzzling year to read the trees and establish a projected date for peak bloom. Once again, due to the warmer than average temperatures, the trees never reach dormancy, which is what we use to calculate when the blooms will emerge. Additionally, our secret indicator tree is showing several different phases of the blooms, reflecting the wide range of temperatures we've had from the 70s yesterday to this morning's sub-freezing temperatures. This feels like a big disclaimer, doesn't it? Yeah. We are seeing the effects of both warmer and highly variable temperatures on the trees. Nonetheless, the puzzle pieces are falling into place and tell us when we expect 70% of the Yoshino cherry trees will be in bloom. Cherry trees' blossom development is dependent on a number of variables, including the weather conditions, so our horticulturalists will be monitoring the bud development and reporting out any updates we have. Reminder that this forecast is the window during which the trees are expected to first reach peak bloom, and if the weather conditions are just right, that could last for up to 10 days. So, enough of the buildup. The projected dates for the 2024 National Cherry Blossom Festival are March 23rd through March 26th. So regardless of when the blossoms are open, we have a full month of flowers and festivities to look forward to during the National Cherry Blossom Festival. I am now going to turn the podium back to our partner, Diana, to give us another taste of what's coming. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you, Jeff. And we like to have, again, really reiterate the Park Service for taking care of these trees all year round. Our Park Service friends, can you all stand? Where are you all standing? Where did you go? There we go. And the good news is we're ready. The Tidal Basin welcome area is ready. The A&A stage that will bring more than 100 live performances, so very well coordinated with the Blossom Blooming Days of March 23rd to April 7th. So we're hoping that it'll stay a little cooler out there, so we'll get at least 2 good weekends out of the blossoms. So just remember, I always like to reiterate this, the peak bloom is that 70%, but they bloom before and they bloom after. So we're very excited about that. And again, I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage everyone to take part in caring for these trees. Besides bringing your family and your kids out there and everybody treating those trees really well, is to support the Trust for the National Mall's Adopt a Cherry Tree program. And that supports the National Cherry Blossom Festival's, the National Park Service's year-round care for the trees. And for more information, I don't know if Catherine Townsend is here today. There she is right in front of me. So hi, Catherine. She runs the trust and helps us care for those trees, but you can go to nationalmall.org for more information. And before we close today, I'd like to recognize this year's Goodwill Ambassadors. These ambitious young students are selected to serve as cultural liaisons and represent the festival at official events, and they also go out into the community to work with our children and outreach program in all of the different schools and other community events. So at this time, I'd like to introduce to you Riko Kawasaki, and she's a student at American University. Nina Dunbar, also a student at American University. Mary Black from Georgetown University. And Jessica Tang, also from Georgetown University. So let's give them a big hand. You'll see them a lot more during the festival. So thank you very much. And I will open now. Is there any questions? I always like the part where nobody asks any questions. There's, again, so much to tell you, so much to know. Please be a part of it. Come back weekend after weekend. Do staycation. Stay downtown. Stay any place in D.C. or the region and just really enjoy several days of the festival. And at this time, again, thank you all for being with us today. Thank you to the Waldorf Astoria for having us. And I am so proud of the National Cherry Blossom Festival team. I have to definitely pause and say thank you to them for all the hard work. They're the wizards behind what you saw today. So thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you for the next several weeks.